Hey everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel, The Doctors for Tomorrow. My name is Sean Allen and I am so excited to show you guys this week's video. I'm going to walk you through the very first week of med school. This was easily just one of the most anxiety-driven, emotionally and physically draining experiences, but also one of the most fulfilling and exhilarating weeks of my entire life. We're finally here. We made it. Let's see what it's all about. Starting off the week, we had 3 days of orientation, Friday, Monday, and Tuesday. During this orientation, the first day, we got to try on different white coats, get sized, eat some breakfast, and bond over how nervous and excited we all were. This was followed by multiple hours of introduction to the different courses, organizations, and certain projects that would be going on throughout not just the semester, but all 4 years. This is followed by a second day of multiple hours of more course details for the 4 years of med school, followed by more organization and different opportunities that are offered to us. Orientation was concluded by a third and final day of group Zumba. And then more meetings about our mental health. So we've been encouraged to take the stairs whenever possible. So that is exactly what I plan to do. I can easily say I am never doing that again. I don't know what kind of sicko thought that would be viable every single day, but it is not. I'll see you guys after class. So we finally arrived for our first day of classes, and I gotta say, it was incredibly boring. How boring? Allow me to give you just a brief taste. I'm gonna cut the music right now. Enjoy.
Patients who have variant responses to drugs, we talked about that already. This is just a wow slide with the green telling you that not to memorize, please. So here are a number of monogenic disorders that you will see in adulthood, and this is just a partial list. We're barely scratching the surface here.
It took less than an hour for my colleagues and myself to start getting this point and just wishing the classes were over already. Hey, so got out of class about 10-15 minutes ago and wandered into this empty hall. I'm not 100% sure where I'm at, but I'm looking for a study room to go over the first day's lecture. And while I was looking, I figured I would tell you guys a little bit about how the first day of classes went. A lot of it seems like it's review, yet somehow, even though they're reviewing stuff we've already learned in our undergrad, it still feels like it's too fast. But yeah, that was a lot of the first day. Was review on cell biology, a little review on some biochemistry, and for those who took histology, a little review for histology. But I'm hoping I can get it down quick since it is just review. maybe slow it down and figure this stuff out. Get ready for tomorrow, because we got another 4 hours of lecture tomorrow on top of this, so gotta get it down now. All right, I'll check in with you guys in a little bit.
Now, the professors must have seen the look of boredom on our faces that first day, because the second day of classes started off like this.
Eight, and we can skate. Look now, we can skate with 8. We can do it too. See here, we are as good as you. We are all very good, I think. With 9, we can all hop and drink. Equals delta H minus T delta S. Okay, if delta S is negative, that means T delta minus T delta S is positive. Delta H better be negative for delta G to be negative. Does that make sense? Yes. Should I put it on the board? Now all our fun is going to stop. All our apples are going to drop. And there it is. Kablooey! An increase in entropy. So you see?
Well, first week of school is going fun. I was pulling into the grass because it seems that there is no parking anywhere in what we call the church lot. And as I pulled into the grass, I got stuck. So, I'm not 100% sure what to do, but since I have class at 1 and it's going on 1, I think I'm just gonna ditch my car in the grass and just leave it stuck for a while. So that should be fun. It's raining, which caused a lot of mud and resulted in my tire being pitted. So, just another day.
And this is green fluorescent protein, which comes from a jellyfish and happens to be.
Alright, so I just got to one of the study rooms that are here on campus. I think I'm allowed to take my mask off if I'm alone, which I am. I got this huge room to myself for right now. I'm gonna spend the next few hours studying, so here we go. There is a ton of stuff to cover. I'm not entirely sure how we're supposed to get it all. Everyone I've talked to is overwhelmed. We have multiple hours of lecture each day. Each one has a PowerPoint, and a lot of us are podcasting the lectures, which means that we listen to the recorded version of them online. So I think I'm going to take a break from taking my own notes on just the PowerPoints and go back to re-listen to some lectures and see how that helps me. A common thing is to listen to the lectures at 1.5 or 2 times speed, and I just wanted to show you guys briefly what it looks or sounds like at that level of speed so that you can get an idea of how a lot of us are studying in our free time. This is legitimately how we do it.
Like modified or oxidatively modified or something is happening to that carrier protein, but it will bring in that glucose, but it's going to have an after effect, right? So there's some kind of an abnormal protein. These individuals will be unable to remove cystine from their urine. We call this cystic fibrosis as USMLE disease, okay? This is frequently tested in a step 1, and we will be having a patient presentation given by Dr.
It can be pretty daunting at first, but you kind of acclimate to the speed eventually. I think. I'm not actually sure, but I'm pretending like I'm understanding. I guess I'll just keep on seeing what I get out of it, and I'll let you guys know how well it works. Alright, I'm calling it. That's enough for today, at least while being on campus. I'm going to go home and see my family, and
I'll let you guys know if I study some more and how much I feel the course load is as I continue trying to progress in these studies. Well, it is 11:17 a.m. and just wanted to point out that I'm just now getting ready for the day. A lot of people in my class have been going to bed early and getting up early and making sure they get their 8 hours of sleep, but for some reason my preference is to go to bed at 2 a.m., 3 a.m., and then get up around 10 or 11 in the morning. We do have some classes that are mandatory at 8 a.m., but for the most part, since we don't have to attend a class, I'm trying out the sleep schedule that I've always done and that I prefer, and I'll let you guys know if it works out. But as of right now, I'm going to bed late and I'm getting up late, and it's great so far. I love being able to sleep until whenever I want during med school. But like I said, I'll let you guys know if it actually works throughout all of med school. After just 1 week of medical school, I can honestly say I was drained. It may not look like much, but it was so much information to get so quickly, and I felt like I was the only student who just couldn't get it down. So I reached out to my friend Elise to ask her a little bit about how her first week was going. How do you feel your first week is going? Okay?
It's going okay, I would say. It's just like, it didn't shock me the amount of information that we got, because I kind of expected a lot of information, but it is kind of shocking a little bit how much I'm struggling to keep up. Like, I'm watching the lectures every day, but sometimes it's just like, did I even understand what they were even talking about for the past hour? So it just takes a lot of time to regroup and actually look at it, whether it be making the summary sheets or doing Anki cards. It's just, all of it's going to take a long time. So
You seem to have a much more positive
I mean,
take
I
on it,
expected
which
it
is
to
awesome.
be. I expected it to be super hard. I definitely expected it to be super hard. I expected it to be a lot of information, and I expected to be studying all the time, but I didn't really think I was gonna be studying all the time. Last night, my goal was to have a little me time, but I still wasn't caught up with my lectures, so I chose lectures over me time. But today, I am definitely gonna have some me time.
Heck yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna be in the library. And so until I get everything done, but definitely gonna try to leave so that I can have at least 3 or 4 hours of just doing nothing.
Doing nothing.
Yeah, watching movies, laying down, not worrying about school.
While I wish my colleagues nothing but success, I can honestly say that I felt very relieved to know that my friend Elise was going through some of the same struggles that I was. And it wasn't long after talking to her that I ran into Hannah and Caroline studying. I asked them a few questions as well about how their first week was going, and their responses to me really encapsulated the struggles that we go through within just 1 week of starting medical school.
I mean, overall, it was a emotionally draining, physically draining first week.
First full week.
This week was tough. Waking up, just pure time, studying, it's exhausting. I mean, not going to bed till 11:30, 11:45 at night, waking up at 5:45, 6 o'clock in the morning. It's exhausting. I'm going to be honest, in some of the lecture classes, I was sitting there and I was like, am I really going to make it through this? Yeah, I was like, I don't know if this is going to be feasible for 4 years. But I wake up every day and just keep telling myself, do the best you can. What we say, 250 a day.
Is it really?
It's around 200 slots a day. It's a lot. And then mandatory meetings and workshops and everything just eat a lot of time, and lectures eat time, worksheets eat time, problem sets eat time. So there's very little time in between to study, while also trying to figure out when you can do things for yourself. I didn't eat dinner last night till 9:30. I haven't had time to talk to my friends, my family hardly at all.
Yeah, my family lives here, and it's
Oh, really?
it sucks because my mom's like, oh, you want to come over? And I'm like, yeah. I literally can't, and it sucks because she wants me to be able to, but it's also I have to learn where to draw that line.
After hearing Hannah and Caroline describe their first week as essentially the first week that I also experienced, I asked them if medical school is what they expected it to be, because I always knew it would be hard, but I definitely didn't think it was going to be this hard this quickly.
Actually doing it is completely different than what I expected. I knew it was going to be hard, but that was this level, and like medical school was, yeah, 10 or 100 times more difficult than that in every different way that I thought. And I'm not an emotional person. I normally don't cry. I'm not normally anxious, don't get upset easily, stressed, but this will give you all the emotions pretty quickly.
Just wanted to throw out an update, let you guys know what's going on as far as how med school works. It's 1:30 in the morning. I'll probably be trying to get to bed soon, and the reason that I'm still studying is today we had a quiz. Monday we have a quiz from all of last week's lectures, which is 16 hours of lecture. Tuesday we have a pre-lab quiz for anatomy. I believe Thursday we have a post-lab quiz for anatomy, and Friday we have an exam for histology before we get a few days off to prepare for our cumulative exam following week. So this weekend is preparing for Monday's quiz to be free enough to study for Tuesday's quiz to prepare myself for Thursday's quiz and Friday's exam. So I'll show you guys kind of how I study, but this is definitely not for everyone. For starters, I study better on my couch. Don't know why, that's just my way of doing it. I've got my laptop set up with all the slides that I want to cover just for Monday's quiz, and then I got a TV on the background. That's how I've been studying and spending most of these nights. It is a ton of information to cram, and everybody's incredibly stressed during this time, but we do what we can, and thankfully all the med students here are incredibly supportive of one another. We haven't met any gunners yet. I'll catch you guys up, let you guys know exactly how overwhelming it all feels.
Well, that's medical school. That was the first week. It was intense, but we made it through alive. You really do have to hit the ground running in med school, otherwise you just kind of start to drown. So I hope you like this video. Stay tuned for more videos on medical school and how to survive it, and hopefully how to thrive in it. I'll see you guys next week with another video. Hey everybody, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you really liked it. Please subscribe for more great content, comment down below any questions or information you'd like to know regarding medicine or medical school, or any suggestions that you have for future videos you'd like to see. I've got right here linked my Instagram, my TikTok account, probably around here, and here I'm going to try to link my latest video. Stay tuned, and I'll see you guys next week on The Doctors for Tomorrow.